Okay. Shaking my head, he says. Guys, hello, welcome to what will be a software showing, more so than a video game. It's the best way I can describe what we have here. But I'll still do the usual introduction. We have game number 348, the Shinri game, Akuma no Kokoroji, which roughly translates into the psychology game, The Devil's Heart. So, we have here, I thought it was a quiz game, but that was actually incorrect. It would be more correct to call this a psychology software or experimental or something more along the lines of Mario Paint, I suppose. So we'll let this intro play. No English translation, of course. You have them listed as app in your list. I like to call them software, but application works too. So I was going through this looking for a means to an end, but it turns out that there's there's not really a whole lot to this, yeah. It is what it is. So we're gonna check it out though, to show it off at the very least. I want to make sure everything in the intro plays. So I think this just loops. There we go. The psychological game. So yeah, this entire video game is basically a psychological test. And the game tries to figure out your personality based on how you answer. We have 4 play modes. This one is technically a 2-player mode, which goes up to 6 players. I'm going to go over all 4 of these modes. We're going to go in order. We're going to show off every available option and thing today. So, I'll just say, I don't have anything translated, really. Maybe if you understand the language, you can get some humor from this game based on what we end up getting. I would love to do the psycho test just to see what it says about me and answer earnestly, but maybe if I can understand Japanese someday, we'll come back to visit this. And there seems to be no credits, unless there is some kind of menu command. This is all we get. Like if there's a secret menu code to access credits, I don't know. No button works except A to select and D-pad to pick. This game will be in the 2-player SSQ. Yeah, if it ever happens, it technically can be. I'm gonna go over it now to show the one difference it has. But we'll start with 1-player mode. That's right, so you select 1-player mode, you get the Cyclopedia of the Devil to pop up. Not the encyclopedia, just the cyclopedia. I don't know what the difference is. And we have to set a name, which you can set up to 6 names here. And you get this weird input screen. You can use English characters, but you can only fit 4. So I'm going to do my Japanese name of Harupu. I just have to find the Ryu. Where's Ryu? Ryu. Harupu. Do ass? Nah, you can do ass. You can be a boy or a girl. I don't know how that impacts the game. Ass is like Sarge's word. So once you select the name, it'll be highlighted. You can unselect it and pick someone else. Here, I'll add you, Sarge. But I'm going to call you Sarg. Because I don't know how to say Sarge in Japanese. And I'll add you to Shimei. For later. This will be useful for later. So we got Sarg. And JME. Where's J? JME. I'm gonna be checking your compatibilities with each other later. Alright, for right now, we're just gonna do me in single player mode. Why not? Okay. So this is the game right here. This is it. There are 3 chapters, I guess, or 3 sections. We have a hypothetical story section. We have a bunch of questions to check various aspects of your love life or personality or some other thing. And then this is I guess a psychological test to try and figure out what kind of person you are based on what you would do in situations. It'll make sense when we get through it. We'll start from the top. We're going to go through all of them just to show off the unique imagery, I guess. It won't take that long. We'll probably be here for an hour or 2. I don't plan on streaming long. We're just gonna get this game out of the way so tomorrow I can start the next SNES game without having to do this first. But yeah, this first set of riddles are stories. Now, I tried to look this first one up, and it seems like a murder occurs or something. I'm not 100% sure. That might have been an inaccurate translation. But we're at a train stop. You get some plot here. And then you get asked a question. Now, I can get my translations OCR, though it doesn't really rip pixel text well. It is on. So we could guesstimate the questions. Let me see what, be like you? What do you mean, be like you? Alright, so this question is saying, what type of killer is it? Essentially. It's probably not accurate. So I can tell that some of the characters are not ripped correctly. Slowly draw them on Google. That would take a really long time. Anyway, so you get asked a question. You get 5 preset answers. These are always the same, always in the same order, no matter how many times you replay this thing. The 6th one is an enter your own answer. So if you do the 6th one, you can input your own answer. And this can be left blank, I think. Yeah, once I hit end on the blank, I'm gonna say Sarge did it, so. He's the killer. Or whatever. So yeah, you can enter your own answer with the 6th option. Question 2. Once you pick that, you can't back out though, so you have to put something. It was me, Austin. This is not going to translate correctly at all. I don't tell you guys what my thing says that this says. I'm just going to pick some random options here. So I can't read most of this because a lot of it is katakana, which I haven't even started learning yet. And you get a 3rd question, and you get like 5 questions or so. Oh, that's kind of easy. Yeah, but I haven't memorized it yet. I didn't say it was hard. I just said I haven't memorized it yet. I'm still working on memorizing my hiraganas, like down here. In fact, I'll pick this answer here. Omaewa. I forget that one. Something Nekachi. Kanji. Munaka. Gaotaka no. Mo. Ko? No, it's not Ko. Which one is that one again? I forget what that one is. Anyway, I can read a little bit of that. Can't tell you what it says though. So I'm increasingly learning that Japanese doesn't have a lot of sentence structuring. They just kind of mash everything together in hiragana. There's no spacing for many words. Question 4. The bus splashed you. How do you respond? Right. Anyway, we'll just pick number 1. I'm gonna be angry about it or something. The game center. Guess we were going to a game center so we can play the crane game. And we almost got the toy, but then we failed to get the toy. How do we respond? See, this is the kind of game it is. It gets your personality based on how you would respond to stuff. I think the top options are like increasingly like super mad, and then not quite as mad, and then kind of okay about it, very okay about it. You know, I think that's the order of these, but I'm not 100% on that. That could be incorrect. Anyway, I would be neutral, I feel like, if I didn't win a crane game. And then this happens. You get to the commentary, and the guy will analyze you based on how you answered the questions, whoever the psychologist is. And this is the entire game right here. You get analyzed. So I guess you would buy this game as a distraction, I suppose? I'm not really sure what the point of this video game is. There are 2 sequels though, and I don't know if the sequels have actual gameplay, and this is the outlier in the series. Anyway, I'm just going kind of slow, I'm not rushing it, so anyone who can read is free to read whatever we happen to acquire. Yanai, I see Yanai, Janai. I think he's saying goodbye. All of those kanjis are to speak, right? Alright, so that was the first chapter. You can replay it, choose different answers, get a different assessment. You know, I guess every single day you can play this game and do a different assessment. As far as I'm aware, there's no markings that you can acquire. So we'll show off chapter 2 now. We're at a park. Chapter 2. Question 1. Sasate. Ko. Or whatever. Anyway, we're on the park bench. I'm gonna say I'm having a glorious time, maybe. Looks like we come up to a vending machine of some sort. Maybe it didn't give me my thing I paid for. So if there's an option to punch or kick this machine, I would like to choose that. No, I definitely wouldn't shake the machine down, right? I went back to the park bench, but there's a spider. Question 3. How do you react to the spider? Actually, I don't see Kumo anywhere, so I don't even know if they're talking about a spider. Unless there's a more specific name they're using, like an orb weaver. I'm favorable towards spiders, I don't care. Hopefully I chose to sit down and read my book anyway. Or my newspaper. Question 4. I don't know what any of this is saying. There's a lot of kanji in this game, so you definitely need advanced understanding of the language. And then we get critiqued by our psychologist friend here. I wonder what he's saying about me. Saying, you dumb gaijin idiot, why are you playing this video game? Because I need to show it off, man. On the bright side, so I was initially worried about this game because I thought it was a quiz game, but now that I know it's a psychological test software, it's free to beat, so it's not at all challenging to play through. That was a pretty big relief when I realized we don't have to try to beat it. Alright, there's only 4 more of these chapter ones. The rest of them will go by much faster. Hypothetical. You're at a festival with all the dancing people and stuff. And, you're participating. So question 1. What do you do? I'd like to get one of those weird Oni masks with the, like, ooh face. You guys know what I'm talking about. You end up with a stick of cotton candy or something. Shikashi. The ones we saw in Goemon? Yeah, that whole scene reminded me of the Goemon level. The one we just saw. What do you do with cotton candy? I hate cotton candy, so I'm gonna hopefully choose the negative option here. Oh god, this game has some sound effects to it, that's for sure. Quote unquote game. As always, I wish I could read this all out for everybody to introduce it to the English world. Look, it's the yokai guy. The lantern. Nihongo ga chisai. Alright, question 4. I'll just pick 3. Maybe it was asking if you would be afraid of that spooky house entrance. Because they do haunted house events in Japan all the time, right? Now, I looked up this game's full OST in an attempt to see if there's a credits theme, and there's not. In my going through to figure out all the menus and whatnot, heard every song that plays on the supposed complete OST uploaded on YouTube, so I don't know if there is a credits theme or if there is one that uses one of the repeat themes. This guy has an awful lot to say about what options you pick. So if you really want to get reamed by a psychologist or analyzed, this could be a fun experiment, maybe, if you understood it. Alright, halfway through the first set of queries. Question 1. You're on a snow lift thing. Or just a lift car. Heading down the mountain. I think there's a psychologist about 5 or so blocks away from where you live. Have you ever visited them? Or spoken with them? Oh, question 2. You're driving precariously on a mountainside road that's covered in snow. I see. They must have interesting stories to tell, right? Maybe not. Non-toka. That's not toe, right? Hold up. I always need to relearn. So stuff doesn't stick. It is toe. Non-toka kanji of some sort. Katakana of some sort. Man, I don't know how Japanese just flip between hiragana and katakana like no fucking problem. I guess you just get used to it. And then you throw kanji in there too. You just use all 3 to make your sentences. And then it makes sense. This is all gibberish to me. This language I will never comprehend. Nori. What does toe turn into? Kazga. Toe is do. Norito. It's either ha or wa, because sometimes ha turns into wa depending on something that I don't quite fully understand yet. Aotaga. Anyway. Oh, maybe this is how fast would you go down the mountain. I don't like to go too fast, and these numbers seem very high. Is this how much I would pay? I should probably try and... Let me see if my... I did get that character. What does that character mean? Just curious what we're referring to here. Suffix for names of swords, armor, musical instruments, etc. So it's a suffix for a name of something? So... That doesn't help enlighten me at all. I'm just gonna say 1 to 10. Everything else seems a bit excessive, right? There is no speeding up this text speed, by the way, as far as I can tell. Start, select X, Y, B, A, L, R. Oh crap, apparently L and R works. No, maybe not. Was that just a really short sentence he had there? Because I was kind of mashing A too. Yeah, I think he just had a really short sentence before the arrow came up. So yeah, nothing speeds this up. So I suppose while we're going through the motions here until we get to the next segments, we should have decent progress on the challenge for the next couple of games coming up, maybe. I don't think there's anything super sophisticated. There's some games I'm excited to play coming up too. Breath of Fire is around the corner. It'll be my first time I play that. And there's some other stuff I'm interested in checking out too. Anyway, on to chapter 5. You're crossing a bridge and the man is fishing. Or you observe a person crossing a bridge nearby a man that is fishing. At least a silhouette. Question 1. What do you do? How does this scene make you feel? We actually have to input our own answer here. I don't even know. Alright, this is key. I'm gonna be crass with this one. Hold up. Where is it? I'm looking it up. Oh yeah, the T looking guy. Kimochi. Where's Chi? Kimochi. Whatever it is, it makes me feel good. Damn. Do people get to hang out on like a bending chair and then on the grass next to each other in Japan? Is that something that they do? Question 2. You also must answer this question. I'm gonna say... How do you say not so good in Japanese? Not so good in Japanese. Amai yokunai? Do I have access to kanji? No. Here, I'll just say, bod. For no reason. I wonder how this game responds to like weird responses. I didn't really see what it asked there. It didn't show anything. We are curious. Wait, did I spell curious wrong? Curious. No. I feel like we're playing the beginning of Pokemon Rescue Team. I gotta answer questions so that we can pick our starter. So happy. Exclamation point. Oh yeah, we're going to the drugstore. Of course we're happy. Question 5. You get to the drugstore. What do you buy? Gonna get some... NyQuil. I don't know how you spell NyQuil. I think it's something like that. Might be 1 L. NyQuil. It is 1 L. My bad. Welcome back. What is he saying? Kimochi. That was my answer. It's probably like, most interesting. You are a strange individual, thus I raise my eyebrow. Hey, psychologist man, do you happen to know English at all? Happy. Ignore that other L. Alright, last one of these. And then we're 33% of the way through this. At least the single player mode. But there's not much to show with the other options. Alright, you're staring at a Where's Waldo puzzle. Maybe it's a Shibuya street crossing or something. Question 1. Where is that Waldo guy? Oh, I see Usudo at the end. Dosuro Harusuro. What is this? Sate Oma? Sate Oma? Omaiwa. Sate Omaiwa. Dosuro. Whatever that means. You encounter some happy business guy on the street. He looks a little scary though. Question 2. How does this man make you feel? Or something. It says Omaiwa again. Omaiwa Yao. Yaoto. Question 3. Is that Omaiwa? I'll choose 3 for question 3. Omaiwa mo shinderu. I didn't quite ask that. Or tell you that. Alright, we have finished being assessed on the 6 story-based assessments. We have reached the end. So yeah, nothing happens with these, nothing else unlocks. I've tried a bunch of answers for them just to see if I could get anything. So we're on to the second thing. The second thing, I believe, are your social links. Like, this is your love and stuff. You get your angel and devil guy here, the mascots, and they ask you a question, which I could try to answer, but I probably won't get a clear answer to. No. Anyway, you get 4 options for this first one. Now, depending on what your first option is, different stuff will come up. So we'll do the first option for right now. And you get a yes or no question. I'm gonna say now, as if it's regarding love. Now, I should be single and not in love or anything, so it makes the most sense to guess no. They ask you a bunch of yes or no questions. And again, I tried answering these in a lot of different ways, but same result happens. You just get to an assessment screen. It's commentary from your psychologist friend. I don't know what you're saying to me, Sarge. Okay, that's the first test. And the second test. How I don't know mountain grass and heave in Japanese? That was very easy. I don't know mountain grass and heave in Japanese. Heaven. Why are we saying mountain grass in heaven? I'm just gonna answer no to these two. Oh, I see. The only one I know is the to speak one, which is all the boxes and lines. Usually next to some other kanji character. I forget how it's pronounced. No idea what's that one. If you look at the third sentence, now second sentence, the second character, now first sentence, it's that kanji. It's scrolled off screen now. Alright, so that's the love, and then you got personality quiz or something, I have no idea. You get to answer circles or X's. I will say circle. And then X. And then X. I'm just gonna randomly pick these as I feel fit. Do circle. You know, this menu selection thing sounds like Fire Emblem's menu selection. That beat sounds exactly like Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem selection sound. Wouldn't be surprised if it is identical. Katakana. What did you say? Katakana. Can't read the second thing you wrote there. Because it's blocked. Hold up, let me move my chat. Oh, you just said A-I-U-E-O. Why'd you say katakana first, but then you typed in hiragana? What are you doing, man? There's a lot of questions in this quiz. Assessing your personality is very serious business, so, you know, if you want a very serious assessment and you don't want to pay a lot of money, you could buy this game, which I saw on eBay for $2, and then get a professional psychological assessment. If you understand Japanese and these questions. That's sarcasm, by the way. We have to clarify that. This devil guy is so strange looking. Okay, so that's the first one of those. There are 3 more of these to go through. The third chapter stuff will be a lot simpler due to how it works. No. I have no idea what I'm saying yes and no to. No. Yes. Yes. Alright, we've been assessed. That one was short. Alright, thanks, old man. Now for your final 3 of Chapter 2. Or I guess Section 2. I think that first set of 4 options is determining a category for this thing that you want specific answers towards. I'm not sure. I also noticed that this angel and the devil change their animations after you once in a while, and I'm not sure if it's based on how you're answering or what. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, there's 2 more of these games on the Super Nintendo, I think. Alright, number 2 now, just to get it shown off. Oh wait, the 4th one. Never mind, I thought that was the enter my own option. He gave me a triple dot analysis. That's good, right? Alright, chapter 3. This one has a smiley face, so we're picking that one. This one does too. I wonder how many different assessments this game can pump out for a person. Oh, that was short. So, yeah, that's the 2nd chapter all done. And it's just that. Now for the 3rd one will go by quicker, as I kept saying. These are kind of like experimentals on how you would do something. So, like, this one is, how would you eat your takoyaki? Do you split it into 2 halves first? Yes or no? And if you say yes, it'll split into 2. I would say no, because I probably wouldn't. And then it says, where would you take the first bite? And I don't really know where I would take the first bite. I'd probably just eat it whatever I tore the packaging off, but I'm gonna eat its tail first. You get that weird sound effect. And then this guy will review your option and analyze you. And then tell you stuff about yourself. Okay, and that's that one. So there's a handful of these, but they're all really short. The only thing I can imagine this one says is, how would you explain your glass? Is it half empty, half full? or maybe it's where you would hold your glass, or how you would hold your glass, or something. I don't know. This is pointing to a coaster. This is pointing to both sides, so maybe a two-hand grip. I feel like I'm a just in the center kind of guy, you know? Efficiency is key. If the arrow is about hand position or finger position. I actually do often have my fingers kind of higher on the glass, so maybe I should choose the top left option. So yeah, that's that. Number 3 is if you have a desk and we gave you a piece of paper, where the fuck would you put the paper on the desk? And you can put it anywhere you want. I feel like I would just have it in the middle if it's my only item here. Oh yes, nice and central, baby. And he's like, well, it's very interesting that you would put that in the center of the table, man. Korewa. Something. That's a lot of kanji I'm spewing forth. Some washi te oru deoru. Anyway, here's your psychological assessment. You're a monster. Who puts their paper in the middle of the table? Alright, so here's the one that looks, I think, funny. You get to give this doll a name. So, we can name it. I'm gonna name it Sarge, just because I like to pick on you. Because you can obviously tell this is a voodoo doll. So, hey, Sarge, where would you like me to stab you? With a knife, because it's the icon they give us. You want it in the heart? The head? Maybe the arms? The hand? I don't know why I would have to stab this. You want it on the knee? Alright, what knee? Right knee or your left knee? What knee would you prefer be stabbed? We can get you here, we can get you here. Yes, what do you mean yes? Alright, I'm gonna stab you on your right. Where? That tearing sound. And then this guy is like, I can't believe you actually just stabbed the voodoo doll that you named after your friend. Why would you fucking do that, you psychopathic maniac? Ouch, my knee. Yeah, did you feel that? Did it resonate? Sarg. I don't know who Sarg is, but they just got fucked up today. So that's the thing, I guess. And now this one, I can only imagine is if you owned your own house, where would you live in your house? Where's the master bedroom? You get to pick a room, and they're gonna psychoanalyze you based on where you live in the house. Now, I would 1000% be on a corner. I don't think I'd care about left or right, but I'd be on the edge on the top floor. Probably. Although I wouldn't mind a bottom floor house, or bottom floor bedroom. They're very convenient. You'd have 2 rooms? Well, I could only pick one. I couldn't light up 2 windows. Here's your psychoanalysis. I don't know what I actually can determine from this, but you're an M. We added the M character for marginally insane. I don't know. This one said Gucci something. Oh yeah, what type of lips do you prefer? Maybe on the opposite sex? I don't know. Big ol' lips, average lips, tiny lips, or wrinkly lips, kissy lips. Is that a mole? This could be a mole. Yes, lips with a mole. I'd probably just be average. I don't know. I don't really think about lips all that much. How do you say the U-shaped one? It's B. Kuchibiru. Kuchibiruha or wa. Kuchibiruha. Whatever. B. How do you say it without the Dakuten marks? He. Ha's become B's. Haba, Hibi, Fubu, Heibe, Hobo. Anyway, just trying to learn a bit. Next subject, we're almost done. Would you rather have bacon or rice? I'm a rice guy. I like rice a lot. And he's like, oh, it's fascinating. You see, I also fancy myself a rice man. The bacon is very delicious in the morning, but it isn't the healthiest option that you can eat. So I don't really understand the purpose of this video game. I can only imagine that they put it together just to try and figure out how to program a Super Nintendo game. But other than that, like, what was the point of this? Alright, so now they're gonna ask you, how do you read your books? Or something, I don't know. How do you hold a book? How do you put a book away? How do you make it stand? Maybe it's when you put a book down. I don't know what it's asking exactly, but I like this one, so I'm gonna pick that one. And I'll be like, oh, it's most fascinating that you would choose a lying down book. You prefer if you can see the words in the pages? Right, that's why I don't think it's asking how you read the book. It might be asking how you save the book if you walk away from it. Or save the page without a bookmark. But then I don't really get the difference between the first two options. It's basically the same, but one's facing you, one's not. Alright, number 9. Do you, like, I don't even know what this is suggesting. Open mouth human or shark? These are the options. So, I guess I would do shark, because who the hell cares about open mouth human? Yes, we'll give you some kind of psychoanalysis based on the type of open mouth thing you've chosen out of these two options. So yeah, that's that one. And then the final one. Gasoline? Or I think gasoline. Two liters of gas or a mountain or something. I don't understand this one either. He's like, yeah, it's most fascinating. You choose the mountain peak instead of the gasoline for your car or something. Alright, I think I've wrapped up my psychoanalysis of you, player. You are, I don't even know. You're just a weird American boy trying to understand how to get through a Japanese game. But yeah, that's everything. As far as I can tell, there's no hidden menus. No other button does anything except A. I can't go anywhere else outside of these 3 chapters. So that's the extent that I figured out. As always, if you happen to know something I don't, feel free to tell me about it, and we can revisit the game. Now, with that in mind, we can get back to the play mode. So 2-player mode, I said I'd show it off real fast. It's the exact same thing as single-player mode, but there is one key difference. So I'm going to pick myself and Sarge and Jimei, and we'll hit OK. Can I rename you? I could, maybe. I don't know how to, actually. So no, we'll say no. So the only difference about this is there are heart icons on the love thing. And there are heart icons on the first 3 of these things. What does that say? Ha with Dokuten marks. What is Ha with Dokuten marks? Ba? Baka? Oh, you said Baka. Right. The H's are B's. We just went over that. See, I can't get this stuff committed to memory. Anyway, I just want to show off the heart aspect of this. Instead of going through the, well, none of the stories are different, but instead of going through this whole love quiz, we'll just use the takoyaki example. And then I can show off the other options. So the first question is, would you split the takoyaki? So we're going to say yes, and then I'm going to eat it at the tail again. Now it's asking player 2, would you split the takoyaki? Sarge, would you split your takoyaki in half, or would you just eat it whole? If you don't mind. And then I'm going to ask you, where would you eat it first? Where would you take the first bite? Which I assume is what it's asking you. You'll eat it all. Alright. And where do you take the first bite? The belly. I don't know if Shimei is still here, so we're gonna answer for him. Unless you want to tune in, Shimei, would you split your takoyaki in half before eating it, or would you eat it whole? I'll give you like a few seconds to maybe answer. I know this isn't the most thrilling gaming experience to bear witness to, but I think it's important to document it all the same, right? Alright, we'll just say that he would also eat it whole. And he would bite the face off of it first, because he's a sick fuck. I'm kidding. So anyway, he gives you individual analysis for each person based on each thing that they said they would do. But then the heart part comes into play. And apparently, the game can measure your compatibility with each other. I don't know if it's for love or friendship or for everything, just compatibility in general. But you can measure your compatibility with each other based on the options you chose, which I guess is kind of fun, but that's the 2-player mode in this game. So yeah, now you get to compare. So let's see how I compare to Sarge. Damn, we are 80% compatible for love. It's gotta be for love. Alright, how about me and Shimei? We're also 80% compatible. Alright, how about Sarge and Shimei? Sarge and Shimei are 100% compatible! Oh my god, that's crazy. I don't see a reason to do this the other way around. What the fuck? Hey man, you've seen it here first. Now you know who your husbando is. But yeah, that's the 2-player mode. It's the same shit, but the ones with hearts have a romance check at the end if you want to humor that. So the third option is a 60-question assessment with a little bit of plot. It's got the introduction thing, or this could be different dialogue, so I'll let this play out. There's going to be 60 yes or no questions. Alright. In a row, non-stop. So I'm just gonna button mash through this. See you later, John. You guys can pause to read the individual questions. And I assume this measures your goodness and evilness. Yeah, maybe I'll throw in a couple news here and there. That's what this mode is. And no multiplayer for this one. Because, you know, that would be a lot of effort. So we're almost done with the game. There's one more option after these 60 questions. And again, I'm not sure if the movement of these characters is tipping you off to how you're weighted. Or what. If they just do random idle animations. Still laughing about the earlier love assessment. It's quite funny. Oh, this is a long 60 questions without the turbo button. I'll admit I used the turbo when I was exploring this game on my own. Looking for credits. But on the bright side, you know, none of these matter. There's no correct or incorrect answer. And there's no game to beat again, so this is just a free win on the side quest. We get to show off this bizarre game. Which also means I have to recorrect that apparently we have gone through every actual quiz game on the Super Nintendo already, which is good. At least until the next time some kind of personality game comes up. I wasn't counting. We gotta be getting close, though. There we go. Okay, so 60 questions later, you get an assessment. Based on how you answered 60 random questions. Now, I did this quiz numerous times, and that 50% Gia that he says there, he always says that. He actually always seems to say the same thing. I'm not even kidding. So, I don't know if there's any variation to this mode. I have no idea what the point of it is. The last mode is a fortune telling. You can shake this by hitting the D-pad, right, left, up, and down. I don't know how many different fortunes exist, but this is it. No other button does anything except A will draw your fortune. Then we get our fortune slip. And then we get our daily fortune for the day, I guess. In various different matters. Which is an awful lot of information for a single fortune slip to have, but maybe that's how they actually work. I don't know, I've never done one before. Anyway, that is Shinri game, so I'm not gonna drag it on. Like I said, I wanted to get this out of the way, so next time I stream tomorrow, we can work on the next game with full time allotted, because I think I can clear it. I got something small, did I? Anyway, if you know anything about this game, maybe you can answer questions in an extremely specific manner to like make some kind of progress or get something, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just a software where you can get some fortune telling type of stuff or readings or whatever the hell this is doing. You know? And I think that's the whole point of it. Game's super cheap, and there's like no information about it online, to no one's surprise, because I'm sure no one's really interested in going through this very much. Oh, I got slightly good luck. I guess that's nice. Anyway, so if there's credits to access through a code or something, I don't know what the code is. If you know what the code is, or if you know about that, let me know. We'll come back and show it off. As always, I will revisit a game that's not beat. But as far as I'm concerned, just like with Mario Paint, although that actually had credits and a game mode, this is done. So we're gonna move on from this. And I'm not gonna continue to stream tonight. I just wanted to get this out of the way. So I'm just gonna end the stream. Thanks for joining me for this power hour showing off Shinri game. I think I forgot to mention, I don't know who developed this game. The publisher is Visit. The developer is listed as question marks on the wiki. So if anyone knows this game's developer, please send me a message, because I would also like to know. I assume it's also Visit, the publisher, but I don't know. It could be someone different. And yeah, I think that's everything that I had to say about this. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the usual time, hopefully.